Hey, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. It's Thursday and time for another project. I do need to apologize about Tuesday. I was excited about Kitten Cup, but I also got to hang out with my grandkids for a few hours. And at about 1 o'clock, I realized I didn't do a video for today and I didn't have time to put one in. So I apologize. I try not to do that. Um, it was an oops, and the grandkids got my brain, I guess. So today's project is not going to go with a tip since I didn't have a tip on Tuesday. I'm going to switch the camera around here. Well, it was said it was connected and now it says it isn't. Let's try again. So while I'm doing that, I don't know if you got my email or if you've seen the posts online, but the starter kit is the best thing I've ever seen with Stampin' Up. And I've been with Stampin' Up I think 23 years now. Um, $35, you can get $125 worth of stuff. You can be on my team. I have an amazing group of team. We get together virtually, we get together in person. I would love to have you join us. So if you're interested, please reach out to me. All right, so here's my basic piece of paper. I wanted to show you and remind you how I try to save a little bit of time. So this is a stamp and score. Remember, one of my tips was to mark my halfway. So I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And now I'm going to have two card bases ready to go. I'm going to cut this then at 5 1/2. And then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut off 1 inch. I think I've done this FunFold before, but here's the thing. I needed an anniversary card. My daughter-in-law and son-in-law celebrated their anniversary on October 1st, yesterday. And yeah, I was late because I made the card last night. And as I was making it, I thought, oh, this would be fun to share today. So theirs was an anniversary card, and I already put it in the mail. Um, I'm using the beautiful gallery, so I can't show you. So sorry about that. This is the beautiful gallery. It was kind of fun. They've moved a lot. So I used the map paper and talked about no matter how far they've moved or with all the moves they've made, they're an amazing couple. I don't know, something like that. But I thought the maps were fun. It's such a neat variety of paper. Look at this one. I'm going to show you a card I made with that one here before I'm done. And I'm not even sure I got all the patterns. This packet of paper is so depleted because I've used it so much. I love this one. I was actually surprised I still had one of those left. All right. I am going to actually use that one I told you that I love. This one. All right. So I'm using Mossy Meadow paper. And by scoring this and taking 1 inch off, remember this is 4 1/4. So now it's at 3 1/4. I'm going to cut my paper so that I have a 3 inch piece. And I want to make sure I have my flowers or my house here in the middle. So I'm going to take a little bit off here. I think I'm going to go 4. I'm going to turn it around because I have to get down to 3. I think I'll take the extra on this side. Whew, just barely got all that house in there. And then I need to shorten it so that it is 5 1/4 and it's 6 inches. So I need to take off about 3/4 of an inch. Is that right? 6? Yeah, about 3/4. So I'm going to take a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom. Sorry, I should have put my, yeah, I need 1/4 of an inch yet. All right. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a mat on here. Oops, I did not do it enough. I said 3 and then I did 3 1/4. All right, well, we're gonna have to cut off a little bit of that house. I hadn't cut this patterned paper yet, so I didn't realize that. All right, there we go. So actually that dark kind of gets, yep, I like that. Okay, then I scored this in half, so it's 5 1/2. So I scored it at 2 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to burnish this. This card I'm actually making, you guys know I sub all the time. In the in our district, we have 3 different ladies fighting cancer right now, which just breaks my heart. And I wanted to make cards that I could send to them to encourage them. All right. So the other cards I made, I had space at the top that I wanted to cover up, but I think here I want to cover up down here because we don't want to cover up the house. So I'm going to bring my little tab down, and I don't know if you can see it, but you want your score line to be right on the edge of your paper there. Okay. So that it flaps like that. And we're going to make sure we burnish that really well. All right. And it looks like I need to do this one. All right. Now we're going to lay this here. If you like to have a lot of contrast, you could cut this piece down a little more and put, I'm actually using the basic beige, so you could put some basic beige behind there. I'm starting to do a lot of cards, trying to work ahead because I hate it when I come in my office and I need a card and I can't find exactly what I'm looking for. So I've started doing a lot where I don't put a greeting on them, and then that way I can add something later. Okay. Just my suggestion. So I grabbed this punch. It's hard to see. There you go. And I'm going to punch out a label here. I went to 2 different stamp sets and I chose from Peace on Earth, the heartfelt prayers, because I want them to know I'm praying for them. Then I went to the Faith collection and I love this. Let your faith be bigger than your fears. And I thought that would be perfect for people dealing with cancer right now. So I'm going to use Mossy Meadow. Now remember, with your clear stamps, if you can see through it, if you're not using a glass mat, you want to have something underneath that gives you that foam, uh, that little bit of give. All right, there we go. And something that was unusual with this one is I usually like to cover up the flap, but this one here, this is the perfect size so that you can see the curve goes with that size of the flap. And I'm actually making it so you can see. Here, I'll do it like this. I think that looks really cool to have both sides. All right, so I'm going to put the adhesive here because I don't want to accidentally glue my card shut. All right. Then for the inside, I'm going to stamp that let your faith be bigger than your fears. I am going to be making some changes in my business, my classes and events. So be watching for those changes. I think they're going to be changes that you really like. I'm going to start offering things where long distance people can be a part of classes. And yeah, I think they're going to be really good. So watch for those. They'll be coming. Stampin' Up! Is offering a boot camp, and the demonstrator doing it just has so much awesome ideas. I was telling my husband, my brain is just kind of like, oh my gosh, all these amazing ideas. So now to pick and choose which ones I want to implement. So there's my heartfelt thanks. And my little tab got sideways. Good thing I use that liquid glue. There we go. Heartfelt prayers. Let your faith be bigger than your fears. And then, of course, I'm going to put my stamp on the back. And this card is done. Let me show you this one. I was going to use this for the anniversary card for my son and daughter-in-law, but we decided this was not like happy friendly. It kind of has that almost like a Halloween look, kind of, I don't know. haunted house or whatever. So here's heartfelt prayers. And this one I did as a sympathy card. So I hope you like this idea and will use it. I would love to see what you make with this idea. It is so simple, but it makes just a fun card to give away. Enjoy, and I'll see you next week.